But if we join forces, that'll mean that you'll be committed to joining my battle against that half-brother of mine, Gardip. And his forces are very powerful. Prince Arislan, you're a man after my own heart. Oh, yes, indeed. I like you a lot already.
There's a cheerful man. He doesn't take things too seriously.
I wouldn't be surprised if you two are related.
And, of course, I accept the peace treaty. I'll sign it as soon as you can get it ready. You have my admiration, and I'm proud to be your ally.
I'm not entirely sure, sir. I feel soft and curiously vulnerable. And this feeling of insecurity is natural. By the way, sir, take my advice. Don't wake the other androids.
Why not?
If they've been programmed, they'll terminate you. My actions were the only logical course. What I cannot comprehend is how an android could behave in such an irrational manner. Why, it was almost as if he was human. Since your mother was killed, that leaves only...
My father.
You never speak of him, do you?
That's because I can't remember him.
Can't or won't, sir.
Come to me, hungry. I hunger. Time to kill. Must feed. So hungry. Must kill. Must kill. Kill.
Greetings, Spartan. Alias Sejanus, Praetorian Prefect at your service. Or rather, at Emperor Tiberius' service. He was very upset when he heard what you did to Crassus, by the way. But I think I was able to smooth things over. As I pointed out to the Emperor, Crassus was naive. He got careless, relied too much on his grand weapons. Ultimately, he underestimated you. Rest assured, I won't be making that mistake. I was a young lieutenant serving under General Shu in the Earth Kingdom. I discovered a hidden library, underground, in fact. I tore through scroll after scroll. One of them contained a detailed illustration and the words moon and ocean. I knew then that these spirits could be found and killed, and that it was my destiny to do so. Yes, I know you fear the spirits, Iroh. I've heard rumors about your journey into the spirit world, but the ocean and moon gave up their immortality to become a part of our world, and now they will face the consequences.
I am Zhao the Conqueror. I am the Moon Slayer. I will capture the Avatar. I am Zhao the Conqueror. I am the Moon Slayer. I will capture the Avatar. You're him! The last Airbender! You've grown, but I will still defeat you! Come back, Avatar! Face me! I am Zhao the Conqueror! I will capture you! Victory will be mine!
Voldemort is back. Sides have been drawn, and a great storm is coming. Like a click of a switch, the rules have changed, and Harry Potter is thrust headlong into his greatest adventure yet. With cryptic visions and flashes from the past, mystery pervades every corner of our story. Where are we headed, and what don't we know? Let's look back through each of Harry's adventures and search for clues. One thing we know, things are very rarely as they seem. A hard look to the past may show Harry his clearest path to the future.
In Napoleon Total War, 3 turn-based campaigns follow the military exploits of the legendary general Napoleon Bonaparte. From his bold invasion of Italy to his fateful march on Moscow. Take command in his most famous battles, all fought in stunning real time, including Austerlitz, Trafalgar, Waterloo, and many more. Italy, enchanting and beautiful home to historic architecture, art, and fashion. But there's a dark heart to this tourist dream. The detective novels of Andrea Camilleri are set in contemporary Sicily. They deal with the casebook of the worldly Inspector Montalbano of the local police force. I was in the midst of toppling the economy of Europe, but you were on to me. I sought a distraction, so I hired the Joker. Then, he murdered the boy. That was not by design. I'm afraid I overestimated my ability to control the Joker, just as I underestimated his madness. It grieved me, sir, to be a party to something so brutal. I confess, I had not expected to see you here. We could share this world, you and I. But you desire to destroy me. I see that now. I'm very well aware of your power, Gabriel. However, I desire to destroy this world. If I cannot rule the world of men, then no one will!
My old friend Abin Sur would surely be quoting scripture if he were here. And so it is written, the enemy long buried will return from a fire, and Oa shall be consumed in its flames. Almost makes you want to hide under the nearest rock.
Do you think that somehow this is preordained?
No, my dear. Destiny is a tricky item. Even Abin Sur found that out.
Finn, it's it. I'm on approach.
Thanks, old boy!
You got it, mate. Come on, Finn. It's now or never. Hold on.
Sidley?
Yes, Finn?
Paris. Toot sweet.
Yeah, 2 of them sweets for me too, Sid. You know, I always wanted to be a spy.
Really? Me too.
Afterburners, sir?
Is there any other way?
This is Agent Leland Turbo. I have a flash transmission for Agent Finn McMissile. Finn, my cover's been compromised. Everything's gone pear-shaped. You won't believe what I found out here. This is bigger than anything we've ever seen, and no one even knows it exists. Finn, I need backup, but don't call the cavalry, it could blow the operation. And be careful, it's not safe out here. Transmitting my grids now. Good luck.
You found it at last, Enoch. It only took you 300 years. A lot faster than I thought. The Watchers are in that tower. You had trouble finding it because it's wrapped in a veil of distorted space. Enoch, the Watchers await you within. Seek them out and bind them. His efforts had been hindered by a shroud of distorted space that hid its location. On the other side of this dimensional rift lies the giant tower the fallen angels erected, surrounded by a sprawling city.
John Fitzgerald Kennedy, the 35th President of the United States. For millions of Americans, he is the greatest president ever. But behind the conviction and the charisma, JFK was a man of contradictions, a wise and cautious leader who behind the scenes lived life on the edge. A picture of health and vigor, hiding a private struggle from the world. Yet he was a man of great vision, who inspires to this day. These are the days that tested and defined him.
Try to fight, and you will fail. The rebellion will be destroyed. You will die, and your apprentice will become a servant of evil.
What are you talking about?
The dark side. It pulls at him. It calls to him. Eventually, he will be consumed by it. Stand aside. The boy must be eliminated before he embraces the darkness.
And does your loyal and precious crew know you ran as your master fell, abandoned her and the Jedi Order when they needed you most? What do you think your rebels would do if they knew their leader was a coward? You're even afraid of your own power. You don't have the courage to wear your full saber out in the open. Let me tell you something, Jedi. You're right to be afraid. You couldn't save your master then, and you can't save your followers now.
You're here because the Jedi failed the Republic. And now that they're gone, we must build a new covenant to ensure the security of our empire.
What empire?
The Republic has been reorganized into the First Galactic Empire, Barriss Sophie. Out of chaos, Emperor Palpatine will bring order. But the task will not be easy. His vision must be protected at all costs. Prove yourselves worthy of this task today, and you may join us. For now, you may go to your quarters. I advise you not to leave until we meet again.
Let's face it, the Justice League may be a three-headed hydra, but there's only one head that truly counts. I hated what you embody. Unassailable power is never to be trusted. Look at the way the government uses you, and you them, while the world walks on eggshells. Eventually, you would have had to come to blows with Washington. The wonder is that it took this long. I never really cared for power. I walked away from it. What I coveted was knowledge. I'm mapping the universe, revealing all its glorious mysteries, and in a way, I have you to thank for it.
Lieutenant, status report. Sir, the troops are all in place. Ready, willing, and able. Very well. We wait until the looting starts, then we roll out the tanks. Nah. The crowd storms the consulate, and Crystal Dawn takes the blame. After which, we trigger similar cells in Rabat and Casablanca to create a domino effect. By tomorrow, it should be painfully clear that the government has lost control of the riots. And, as highest-ranking general, I will, with a heavy heart, of course, do the only responsible thing, and impose martial law. I should be president by Friday. So, I trust your wife's operation was without complication? Yes, sir. And thank you, sir. We take care of our own, Lieutenant. As you were.
Hello? Excuse me. I can assure you, madam, I may be getting on in years, but my teeth are very much my own. This is Dracula.
Who?
Dracula, the Prince of Darkness. The Bat out of Hell, the Scourge of Transylvania, King of Bats.
Okay, Dracula, I'm hanging up now.
Stop! No, please don't hang up. Please.
Why not?
It's just so nice to finally have someone to talk to.
Are you lonely?
Oh, so very lonely.
Bridge Solana. We'll be crossing into the Celis sector in 8 hours.
In the late 19th century, a Jewish sports movement sprang up called the Maccabeah. It was often the only outlet for Jewish athletes who were excluded from their local and national clubs. Its philosophy was to encourage Jews to become physically strong, to combat anti-Semitism, and to imbue them with a national identity. In a series of bold and innovative PR exercises, groups of bikers set out from the British Mandate of Palestine to find athletes to take part in the first Maccabeah Games in Tel Aviv in 1932.
How do you like it? Terrifying? Hey, maybe nauseous? Don't you love being thrown down the stairs? Oh, look, you didn't make it all the way down. I'll tell you what, we'll try again.
Slicky, why?
For my people. For my people! For the watch.
What the hell was that?
Oh, I was just mixing it up.
No, we're all supposed to say, for the watch. That's the point. For the watch. Everyone.
But
no!
Okay,
It's for the f***ing watch!
Now say it! Stop it!
Angela.
Slenderman!
You know that little bitch in your math class? Nicole. Invite her to your birthday party. It's time you two settled your differences. Be the bigger person.
But I hate her!
Don't argue with me, Angela! I'm f***ing Slenderman!
I need you to do something else.
Anything!
Try to study an extra 30 minutes a day. I think you'll see a marked improvement in your grades.
You said you'd do anything for Slenderman! It's 30 minutes a day! Too much to ask! Or should I go and ask that bitch Nicole?
Now, I must go.
Rose, I can't believe a fancy show horse like you would ever fall for a stowaway donkey like me. Focus, Rose. We need to stay alive until the rescue acts arrive. And you, Rose. I want to start a family with you. A beautiful family of hybrid donkey horses. Rose! No, don't!
Oh no, Jack, you're sinking.
I'm supposed to go.
Stupid living skeletons! What's even holding you guys up? Bones are connected by ligaments and tendon. Ugh, listen, this is your ulna, this is your radius. This is your humerus. Therefore, if I cut away your ulna and radius from the humerus with my sword, like so... What am I even cutting through? And you read this pamphlet with no eyes? Well, see, it's bananas from start to finish. I'm just gonna leave you to this.
Armed robbery, eh? Well, Daddy Pig might be clumsy and fat and forgetful, but he knows how to call the police on naughty piglets. Now, what's the number for British 911?
Who goes there? I smell you, little thief in the shadows. You must be very small, little thief. So small that you could hide anywhere. Behind the gold, behind the gems, maybe even my butt, perhaps. When one sleeps beneath the mountain, one thinks of many things. The value of gold, the age of the world, the feel of little feet and hands pitter-pattering inside the scaly folds of your fiery prostate. What? That was an urban legend. Let's leave Richard out of this. You know, for an adventurer, you really don't seem very adventurous. Or I could go up your butt. Someday, Smog. Someday.
Canis lupus familiaris, a direct descendant of the grey wolf. Before they became man's best friend, roughly 36,000 years ago, wolves figured out that if they didn't threaten humans, then humans would do all the hard work for them. In return for food and protection, the wolves would help humans find their way. And so, over time, an unlikely kinship formed, and the wolf evolved into the tame domestic dog. Humans and dogs would share a special bond side by side for millennia to come. Mankind and cat, however, well, that's an entirely different history lesson.
Nice to finally meet you face to face. I'm Captain Gabriel Lorca. Welcome to the Baran. This is my first officer, Commander Ellen Landry. Agreed, a damn fine captain. Though from what we've heard about what happened to Corvan, his ship's in good hands. And my somewhat tardy Chief of Security, Amna Patel.
Apologies, Captain.
Engineering's this way, if you'll follow me.
Neither did I, until I began my experiments upon the Darkening. Now my slumber is riddled with nightmares. Do you remember what it was like before we were rent asunder?
I don't think of such things.
And yet, the thoughts come.
I remember suffering.
Yes.
Guilt.
Yes.
And sorrow. But it's hard to recall. Like
a dream.
A nightmare.
Yes. We know the torment that lies behind us, but what torment waits beyond this existence? All the more reason to hold on to life with all claws. No matter the cost.
I don't blame those among you that fear me, for you've been taught to fear all your lives. But if you learn nothing else today, learn this. We in the Soviet Union do not oppose the citizens of the United States.
We only oppose the government that oppresses you. Our sole desire is for peace and equality among all men. Until I was 12 years old, Mrs. Luthor.
Lane, I'm not an appendage.
Until I was 12 years old, Miss Lane, I was as human as you are. This planet is the only home I've ever known, and I would sacrifice anything to protect her.
And you're here first thing in the morning because you like the freshest apples, aren't you? I thought so. Would you like to know a secret? If you go into the woods through the back field and follow the path until the fork, you go down the way with a big tree that you all say looks like an angry face, and you go over the creek, past the point the way your parents say you shouldn't go, right? I happen to know there's an apple tree in the clearing after that. It's my apple tree, and nobody's allowed to go there. So, if you promise not to tell a soul where you're going, go and get yourself 3 apples. And no more running. Come on now, don't be scared. I love dogs. I had a dog myself once. He was an ill-tempered brute with a ghastly underbite who stunk and caused me endless headaches. He's lost now. Is he chipped? Forget about him. It's all about you. You, my friend, are special. You see, within you lies a key.
But I don't have your key. No pockets.
No, you are the key. Join me, Scooby-Doo, and I will show you how to harness your destiny and become the most important dog in the world.
No thanks, Dastardly.
Oh, please. My friends call me Dick. Sorry. New cape. Haven't broken it in yet. Unwashed common people. I, your king, and my brave knights of the Round Table have, with great effort and sacrifice, finally defeated the villainous Saxons and brought peace to the Isles.
I love your hair!
So, I'm throwing a party! It's not a party for you lot, it's for me, the rightful king of the Britons, who made you the proud people you are today. Back straight, chin up, mind the gap. Now I'm going to have my Knights of the Round Table come around and collect some taxes. Houston, we have a problem. Can't find the drink. The dingo took my drink. Come on. Help me drink you one. You're my only hope. You need a bigger drink. Open the fridge bay doors, Hal. Open the fridge bay doors. Tear open that fridge, Mr. Gorbachev. Ha ha ha. And that's what I'm talking about. You can handle your drink. Thank you very much. Booyah, because there it is. Oh. Hi.
Hello, young explorer. I'm SKU, short for Stock Keeping Unit. SKU. Get it? Since this is your first day at Youngle, I'm here to teach you all the basics. It's never easy training for a new job, but that's what I'm here for. The day 1 tutorial is mandatory, I'm afraid. Threatening a Youngle employee is strictly forbidden. Great. But first, let's learn how we get around, shall we?
Okay.
All right. Place your hand on the big stick on your left. Just right there, on your left. And hit the gas. So how does it feel holding a big long stick in your hand? Pretty good, huh?
I know you get Crystal with them 2 Muppets, A-Train and Jack from Jupiter. I know you get Queen Maeve her Abbey pills. And I know you get Coke for that cunt Homelander. Cut with human adrenaline, the way he likes it. Wonder who that comes from. Never mind. It pays for all this, doesn't it? Oh, don't you supply the great wide wonder? Of course he's not one of the 7, but a customer's a customer, right? Tell me, sonny son. What's he into? Don't know how much help I can be. I see them around a bit, but we don't talk much. Strange group of people. Oh, that weirdo. Yes, I've seen him. What's his name? Something kind of old-fashioned. Stanley? Connie? Oh, that's it. Cornelius Stirk. I really don't know much about him. He quit a couple of months back. Small, shifty, watery eyes, hair about your colour. No, really talk. I'm pretty sure he was living in the parking garage.
The garage?
I haven't seen him down there since he quit. He used to hang out in the old broken-down mortuary transport. Parked on P3. They betrayed you, Francine. All you've done is listen. You constantly cater to their needs. We're your family now. Exile them. Francine, darling, where are you going? The babies are hatching. Oh. Cut the crap. I promised my family the 3 Fs. Francine, frog, food. No. He smells. It's you we want. This works. Farewell, Francine. It's been a pleasure. And to the rest of the Smith family, ribbit, ribbit. That's better. Now, let's get a few things straight. While perhaps one may choose to save the odd civilian, contractually, in the fight to end the vampire scourge, the spirit of the intended agreement...
Come again?
I did not waste my time curing you so you could save superfluous human lives. Do I have your attention now? We all know what you really are. A monster. The only version of you that remotely interests me, and the only reason I allowed this deal. You built an army for our masters, true enough, but what of the astral prison? A rogue true soul flaunting it under your nose all this time, and you ran from him. The distractions have been yours, Ketherick. Perhaps we never should have dug your daughter up. So you haven't lost your edge. But you're still not as sharp as Orin, I wager. The Slayer against the Undying One. That'd be fun to see.
Celebrating before the game is over. How human of you. Don't you know this is my game? I make the rules. Yes, you know who I am. Second-level intellect. Fight or flight. I'm not letting you do either just yet. I want to show you what happens next. Let's call it a sneak preview.
What nonsense is this? This isn't the entrance. Sir, I demand to speak to your supervisor. My place is out front. I wonder who took my spot. Cheryl. I bet it was Cheryl. I'm carved from the finest travertine. Oh, nothing says progress like decapitation. I know that I haven't lived up to the expectations of my makers. Yes. Well, no. It's a blur. Flesh rots. Metal rusts.
Hey now.
But stone lasts.